This is big news, and you heard it here first. We were about to get out of here, but our main man, Zachary Techian, #1 Vanguardian of the day, caught us just in time. I'm going to tell my girlfriend I'm going to be late to picking her up from work. Let's go.
Yeah, shout out to you for letting us know about that, Zachary. Really appreciate you letting us know right on time, too. Before we wrap things up, let's react to this. Nina Turner, I've loved hosting Unbossed. We cover the topics that are important to us: workers' rights, call for a higher minimum wage, equity and equality for all. And now I'm going to take the fight for American lives back on the road. As we embark on the 2024 election, I want to spend more time on the ground, which many of you may have already noticed with me being oftentimes off the show. When I'm not hosting Unbossed, I've been collaborating with the House of Labor and participating in speaking engagements and panels to amplify the needs of everyday people and highlight the inequities and failures of the current system to inspire change. So that I can be as impactful as possible, we are sunsetting Unbossed as a daily live show, but you will still be able to find me all over TYT in these places. I'll be a contributor on Rebel HQ, guest hosting on the Young Turks, The Damage Report, and Indisputable. I'll be participating in live election coverage and specials, and occasionally doing high-profile, informative interviews for the conversation. Be sure to subscribe and follow these channels so you can get alerts when videos go up and find my content. Thank you to the team behind the scenes. Thank you to the audience for tuning in, for the love and support. Keep the faith and keep the fight. So I guess she's not truly leaving TYT. It sounds like her show Unbossed is being sunsetted, as she said.
She's getting fired, honestly.
Yeah.
I honestly, dude. Okay, so this was just me wondering, right? Because we were talking about how, who's going to stay, like Nina Turner, these people who are so, progressive, but don't want to be associated potentially with TYT, right? And Nina Turner's name came up. And so I was like, hey, let me go ahead and take a look and see how Unbossed is doing. I imagine they were paying her decently well, enough for her to decide to come and do this show, completely rearrange her lifestyle. So, I'm sure it was a decent payday. At least enough to, to be worth her while. And the show was not, this was like the biggest clip I could find with 61K. But for the most part, honestly, underperforming the Vanguard. Maybe at a time we're like right on par with the Vanguard, how we were doing like a month ago. Like occasionally she'll get like a breakout stream, but so do we. And I think, as Gavin said, I think sunsetting is actually more the right word than like she left TYT, but not enough. I think her show is leaving TYT more than Nina Turner is what I mean to say. So yeah, I guess that's not exactly like the based W that I thought that was going to be when it looks like they literally were like, hey, your show isn't popular enough. Like, we're going to have you on to be a Rebel HQ contributor, but we don't want to re-sign you for another contract. Like, that sounds like the kind of conversation that Gavin and I had with Colin after I routinely talked about how much I didn't like doing it on air. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, this is weird. So, yeah, it doesn't really seem like she's actually leaving TYT, as it says she'll still be on basically all of their fucking programs, Rebel HQ, the Young Turks, the Damage Report, and Indisputable, as well as participating in specials, high-profile interviews for the conversation. So it doesn't really seem like she has any beef with TYT. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that's what's participated the canceling of her show. It seems just like, yeah, the show wasn't doing well, which it hasn't been, unfortunately. I like Nina Turner. I think she is a great speaker, but clearly her speaking abilities and her talents as a surrogate for Bernie Sanders weren't quite able to translate into a successful podcast or news show. Again, I'm not trying to be mean. I like Nina Turner, but Unbossed never posted good views at all. Literally on par with the Vanguard as far as how many views they get, if not sometimes lower. So definitely it's not making TYT any money. Unbossed is certainly not like a profitable program whatsoever for TYT. You're just not making anything off that. Yeah, a video with 547 views. If you guys aren't aware, by the way, if you put out a YouTube video and you're monetized and your video gets like even like 1,000 views, you literally make like 75 cents in ad revenue. Like it's nothing. So Nina Turner's generating like $25 a month for TYT with her show Unbossed. I think it's pretty clear that's why the show's being canceled. It doesn't seem like she's doing this to protest their recent rhetoric or the fact that Benny quit. It's not like she's doing it in solidarity with Benny. It seems to just be no one's watching Unbossed.
Yeah, bummer. I was really excited for a second, and I was about to tweet something about how like Nina Turner, and then I read that all the way down really quickly, and I was like, nope, this looks like you got fired. This is like how they're taking you off the, this is they're taking you off the main show. Now you're truly jobless. Ouch, these are tough comments, but now you're really unbossed. LOL. Okay. So yeah, yeah, it is a bummer. Shout out to Zachary for pointing this out to us before we go off air. But yeah, it looks like this is actually more just like Nina Turner was demoted at TYT more than like Nina Turner is like, putting her foot down and leaving the sinking ship behind. LOL. Shout out to you, Bird Worldist. Yeah, no, Celeste will be all right. Her office has coffee and shit. No, but yeah, I guess Gavin, if you're ready, we could play the outro music, and yeah, everybody check us out on Adam and Sitch tomorrow. We're hoping that goes really well.